values. Just you need to remember 5 different digits, 5 basic digits with which you can drive your whole table from for 0 to 90 degrees for all the trigonometric identities, which are sine, cosine, tan, secant, cosecant, and cotangent. Now let me show you the simple technique. For that, first you need to write the values from 0 to 4, which is 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now as we have ended at 4, just divide every digit with 4, so you can get it 4, 4, 4, 4, 4. Now take the square root of all the digits what you have written here. Now this is what I call a basic values for our trigonometric table. Now what I want you to know is the basic thing. As I told you, you don't need to remember many things. Instead, just remember 0 to 4. Now what we are looking for, the basic values for the basic values of trigonometric table. Now let us write for the 0 degrees, 30 degrees, 45 degrees, 60 degrees, and 90 degrees. Now create a table for that, so that you can get appropriate values at any time. Here is our table. Now for what values, for what identities which you are looking for: sine theta, cos theta, tan theta, cotangent, secant, cosecant. Now the first thing which I want you to know is just use the first the first digits which we have derived before, which is like 0 over 4, 1 over 4, 2 over 4, 3 over 4, and 4 over 4. As we know, 0 over 4 will give us 0, and the square root of 0 is again 0, so which I can write is that 0. And 1 over 4 will give us 1 over 2. Root 2 over 2 will give, we know that cancellation of 2 and 4 will give us 1 over 2, 1 over root 2, excuse me for that. And finally we know the square root of 4 is 2, and square root we don't have exact value for square root 3, so we can just write it as square root over 2, 3 over 2. And finally we can cancel out 4, and we get square root 1, which is ultimately 1. Now once we got the first line, I must say that you have derived the whole table. You might be wondering how I'm saying that, because by using the basic trigonometric identities, I will let you understand the whole table is derived from the first line. Now since we know the sine and cosine are opposite by 90 degrees, so just flip all the values from 90 to 0, 60 to 30, 45 to 45, 30 to 60, 0 to 0. So instead just write from the left to right. It's like 1 root 3 over 2, 1 over root 2, 1 over 2, finally 0. Now to get the tan theta values, just we know we should remember the basic trigonometric identity, which is sine theta over cos theta, which gives you tan theta, right? So if you want to know the tan 0, so you can write it as sine 0 over cos 0, which gives you the tan 0, and sine 0 is 0, cos 0 is 1, 1 over 0, it will give you 0. Similarly 1 over 2, root 3 over 2 will 2 get cancelled, will give you 1 over root 3. Similarly root 2, 1 over root 2, 1 over root 2 get cancelled, will give you 1, and once again root 2 at the denominator get cancelled, you get left with root 3. Finally 1 over 0, which you know, which is infinity. Now again, since we know that trigonometric identity is tan theta equal to 1 over cot theta, instead of writing every value inverse of it, just use the basic technique which I told you before for the sine. Do same thing for the tan. Write from the left from the right to the left, it's like infinity, root 3, 1, 1 over root 3, finally 0. Now we left with two identities of trigonometry. As I told you before that you don't need to remember even a single digit, instead just use the basic 5 digits, which is 0 to 4. Now for secant, we know the basic identity of secant, theta is over 1 over cos theta, right? So cos theta, 1 over cos is 1 over 1, give you 1. 1 over root 3 over 2 will give you 2 over root 3. 1 over root 2 will give you root 2. 1 over 2 will give you 2. 1 over 0 will give you infinity. Now again use the same basic technique, just write even a reverse order so that you will get the values of that. With 2, root 2, write 2 over root 3, and finally 1. Here you got the whole table with none other than the basic 5 digits from 0 to 4. Hope you guys like this thing. If you really like this, and if you want me to do something else, just write some comments. Thank you.